Let's talk about the Global Institute for Sustainable Prosperity, because I interviewed another MMT person, Stephen Hale from Australia, who's also a part of it. Tell us a little bit about what this is, and to everybody watching, I will put a link to this website in the show notes so everyone can kind of get a better understanding of it.
So the Global Institute for Sustainable Prosperity is now about 4 years old. When we had the opportunity to start this institute, we didn't want it to be exclusively an economic policy institute and exclusively focused on the US. We wanted to be a global institute dealing with global issues, so international issues, but also because the issues that we deal with are so multifaceted. So take climate change, for example. There's an economic dimension to it, there's political dimension, there's ethical, scientific, there's so many different dimensions to it. So if you approach it, for example, purely from an economic standpoint, you'll be missing the point. Right. So every global issue that has multifaceted dimensions to it and multiple root causes requires an interdisciplinary perspective. And that's really the effort that we wanted to build with this institute. So yes, there's a core group of economists involved in the institute, but we have legal scholars and environmental scientists and engineers and people from the humanities and political science who are interested in some of the core issues that we address. So it's not purely an MMT institute, although we have a critical mass of MMT economists and MMT legal scholars involved with us. But we have progressives from all kinds of disciplines who are sort of warming up to the ideas of MMT, but I wouldn't say, endorsing MMT 100% or kind of work on MMT issues 100%. Mm-hmm. But it's a coalition, it's a network of scholars from all over the world who are interested in addressing some of the major challenges that we face. Right. And some of those major challenges include unemployment. Some of those challenges include climate change. Inequality, global inequality within regions. And these are issues that, you hear about a lot in the media, you hear a lot about in public policy discussions, but it's more of the same. It's, who are we going to tax in order to fix climate change? And if we can't tax the rich, then we're going to just lose this battle. Right. So what we provide as a network of scholars is a different lens that allows us to tackle some of those major issues without sort of shooting ourselves in the foot constantly and saying, well, we can't do anything, we're going to just sit on our hands and do nothing.
Well, let me ask you this before we go. What then, to the people watching this, how do people get involved, or how do people participate in this who aren't economists or scientists or whatever? How do they get involved and try to move the needle on this?
Well, for the average person who's not involved in politics, is not involved in academia, the best group that I can think of is Real Progressives, which is a grassroots organization. You can find them on Facebook, on Twitter. It's sort of turning into a media company, a small media company, lots of interviews with MMT activists and MMT economists and legal scholars and others, environmentalists, and people running for office with an MMT-informed public policy platform. Mm-hmm. You'll hear all those voices on Real Progressives. You'll get plugged into tons of resources. In terms of public policy think tanks, there's the Global Institute. Check us out on social media, on the website. There's the Levy Economics Institute at Bard College. Also, lots of my colleagues there do fantastic work. And the truth is that we're outnumbered.